Hello to everyone. A lot of matches were slated. So right now I'm going to discuss the fight between Cub Swanson and Daniel Pineda. Cub Swanson is actually at the end of his career. Cub Swanson is riding a score 26-11. His reach is 70 inches, and Cub Swanson is coached by Greg Jackson. He's black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu under Regan Machado, and Cub Swanson is actually, I can say the guy to remember, the former world extreme cage fighting fight of the night bonus winner on 4 occasions, also at UFC 2 knockouts of the night, 6 fights of the night, most fight night bonuses in UFC featherweight division history, 8. So he's a very, very great fighter. When we take a look at him, he knows to finish, he knows to outwork. But surprisingly, he was losing via submission to Renato Moicano and Brian Ortega, also to Max Holloway, Frankie Edgar, which is surprising because he is a BJJ black belt and the legitimate BJJ black belt. Also to Ricardo Llamas, he was losing to Jose Aldo and some big names. He was mostly finishing his opponents. So Cub Swanson is more a striker than a submission specialist. But this kind of comes as a surprise. But he also defends takedowns well. And his submission defense game has improved in his last match. He was riding on a cold streak with 4 losses in a row. Then he bounced back with the unanimous decision win over Kron Gracie. Now he squares off against Daniel Pineda. Daniel Pineda, who defeated Herbert Burns. His reach is also 70 inches. Black belt in BJJ, 27-13, 2 contests. I was very surprised with this guy. His first UFC run, he had Kimura win over Justin Lawrence, but he hasn't had big fights under his belt. And he kicked off his UFC second run with a TKO win over Herbert Burns, which was very, very much surprising. For me, he also fought at PFL. He's the former Legacy FC champ. The guy is outstanding on the ground. Great submission specialist, 18 submission wins, and also a few stoppages on the ground. Daniel Pineda is going to be a very, very hard opponent for Cub Swanson. Daniel Pineda might not be the greatest striker in the world. Everybody knows that. He was stopped by Georgi Karankanian, outworked by Manuel Sanchez. But not going to lie, if the fight is taken to the ground, it's going to be a very, very hard night for Cub Swanson. So if Cub Swanson keeps the fight standing, he might outwork Daniel Pineda, and that's his only way to win the fight. But I think this fight goes the distance because Cub Swanson is better striker, Daniel Pineda is better grappler, better grounder and pounder. And that's all I can say. Cub Swanson lost 5 matches via submission, so if the fight is taken to the ground, it could go in the favor of Daniel Pineda. Daniel Pineda TKO'd Herbert Burns. It just speaks about his ground abilities. Knowing Herbert Burns is one of the greatest BJJ black belts and good striker too. So I got nothing but respect for Pineda. If the fight is taken to the ground, gonna be Pineda. If the fight is not taken to the ground, I assume it's gonna be Swanson. Very hard fight to pick. I would say the fight goes the distance. That's how I would say. But if I really have to pick one fighter, really have to pick one fighter, then it's going to be Pineda.